Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1550 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, September 20th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor, up to 3 weekly bonus pods. Today, I've got the latest on North Carolina GOP gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson. And it's not about the politics. It's about his sexual habits. Okay. So that's what everybody wants to know about anyways. So that's what we're going to talk about.
That's the guy who 5 nights a week during the 90s went to the Rub and Tug and bought the boys pizza, right?
Correct, Mark. Turns out that story was just the beginning, just the tip of the iceberg for Mark Robinson. He went on.
Spear for him.
He kept thrusting that spear right in there. We're going to get into it. He's got a lot of great ones. And then speaking of Mark has some deadly fantasy football on deck.
Yeah. Some guys take fantasy football too far, and I found one.
Yeah. Some guys definitely do. Yeah. I mean, it gets heated in there sometimes. Wes has an ingenious Australian to fill us in on.
Yeah, it's surrounds public urination. Maybe we'll share some of our personal best public urination stories. I know I've got a good one.
Yeah, got a few.
Yeah, I got arrested for that.
Yeah, Mark's got an arrest one. That's got to be good.
Can you top that?
Can't top an arrest. No. Well, I was detained one time. Yeah, but I'm not arrested.
Never been caught. I'm like a piss ninja. I've done a lot of them though. Got some good ones.
I went back and finished the deed on that shopping cart too. After I got the ticket. I asked the cop too. I was like, "Look, I mean, I still have to go. I understand you're giving me the arrest citation for underage being drunk in public urination, but I got to go pee." He's like, I can't believe you just asked me that." And I was like, "You're right." And then I waited until he left and I just peed.
Oh, you were like, I thought you were arrested.
Well, I had to go to court. Like it counted as like a misdemeanor.
When I think arrested, I think taken to jail.
You still got to commit the crime though. That's amazing. And Pat's maybe got another one for us at the end, but he is in a parking lot car. How you doing, Pat?
Yeah, it's a Grand Wagoneer, so
nice.
No big deal. Yeah, I'm in Austin. It's hot. I was going to do the show out of the office where Pup Punk is rehearsing, but it's too loud. So I'm in a car. As Wes said, it looks like I'm in the bang bus.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool setting.
Bus?
I think we should all do the show out of a car because it looks badass.
Thanks.
This
Grand Wagoneer, not worth $90,000. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
Had we planned ahead, we could all just gone and sat in our cars in the driveway, and then this would be the car. So we can do that later. We'll do it at a later date.
Car sewed. Yeah.
All right, you guys. I mean,
I want to hear about this. I want to hear about this dirty politician.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Morning.
I mean, I hope you guys have fun in Austin together this weekend. So
we'll be thinking of you all.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
You have a pancake breakfast plan, something like that. It's gonna be nice.
I don't know. What are we doing tomorrow?
Lunch.
What are we doing
Lunch
Friday?
tomorrow.
Lunch.
And then these two are going to the Pup Punk concert. I'm not gonna go there. Can't make it. But yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let's go on to Mark Robinson. He, as we said, he is the North Carolina GOP Republican gubernatorial candidate. He's running right now.
What you can't see in that photo is he's not wearing pants.
In that time, he is. He's at a rally. They have a full body shot of him in that blue suit, but no,
right.
He likes to not wear pants. Mm-hmm. Mark, you're right. And you told us about him last time, the first time we got introduced to Mark Robinson. If you don't remember or you didn't hear that episode, here's what happened in a nutshell. He used to, is what Mark said at the top, he used to jack off at a porn store pretty much every single day in the 90s, at least every single weekday, right? In the 90s,
5 nights a week, and
early 2000s with rented videos. And he would rent them. Yeah, like rent them like 15 minutes at a time, take them back to the back for like 10 years. And he did it so much that he used to order pizza to the porn store. So like it was like a big, it was a party. Every night was a party for Mark Robinson.
Everyone's getting their sticky hands in that pie.
Oh, yeah. God.
Yeah. So So this guy, you know, he loves a good orgasm, and he'll go to the place where you can get them, which is the porn store. He'll celebrate his orgasms with pizza with his buddies. You know, that's the kind of guy he is. Okay, and he did that for
I know you
10 years.
you boys worked up an appetite.
Yeah, exactly.
So far, I'm a fan of this guy. What do you do now?
Yeah, I mean, you'll see. You know, you don't think that like his porn obsession stopped in the early 2000s, right? Like he was there every single night from the 90s to the early 2000s. It didn't stop, right? What happened was he got the internet. It turns out that Mark Robinson found internet porn after that. After he moved on from the nightly porn store routine with the pizza and buddies, he moved on to just online buddies, okay? Particularly on the porn website Nude Africa, okay? I've got a redacted version for you here. You can see the type of site this is. It's like a Richard's Realm type site.
That's an early internet porn site.
Early internet porn site.
That's an early one.
What kind of ladies do they have? Nude Africa.
Nude Africa. I mean, it's mostly black focused, obviously.
That's like one of those that's sold that you click on like the girl's link or whatever. It takes you to a new tab where it has a shitty picture and like her stats, like in bullet points.
Are they all
and
from?
it's all Comic
all
Sans.
Tribal naked women?
No, Wes. I think it's just like ebony. It's like if you're clicking on the ebony tab, you know what I mean? And that's, but it's
Nat Geo.
Yeah,
dedicated.
Nude Not Geo photos.
Nude Africa. Yeah, no. And so he was big into there. And as you guys know, we're early internet kids, right? As you know, all those early porn sites had comment sections, right? Forums in there. Okay.
Still do all of them.
The small ones. You're right. Like not, like,
No, the big ones.
No, they all have.
Everybody's got a comment section, but
yeah.
they don't all have forums anymore, do they? Like where it's like
not
a
forums,
chat room
no.
about porn, kind of.
Not really.
Not really like a chat room. I would maybe. I haven't gotten that far.
No, it's more like for each individual video you can comment on it, and everyone's like, I'd like to lick her butthole.
Yeah,
you like that stuff like that.
She's perfect.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I usually don't scroll the
name.
Comments. Scroll the comments on porn.
It's my favorite part of internet porn. Reading the comments.
Only if I'm looking for the person's name, like Pat just said.
Yeah.
Because it'll always be in the comments.
Yeah, it's true.
So, well, anyways, thanks for filling me in on that. I'll have to investigate that later. But Mark Robinson, he already knows that, and he was all up in the comments on Nude Africa. He went by his avatar Mini Soldier, spelled Mini SOLDR, which was his go-to. That was Mark Robinson's social media avatar. It was his username on any website.
What he calls his dick?
Mini Soldier, maybe so. Yeah, he does it all for Mini Soldier. He even listed his regular email address in his profile on Nude Africa, not a burner. So Mark Robinson, after spending a decade night after night at a porn store buying pizza for everybody, he moved straight over to putting his actual real email address into his Nude Africa profile, and then using the same avatar that he uses everywhere else.
How else are you going to swap pics back then? Well,
yeah, no, I mean, he's not exactly a planner, I'd say. He just he's a man who does what he wants when he wants, and he's going to let you know it's Mini Soldier Mark Robinson.
Who's don't open the email from Mini Soldier in 2002.
Was he a politician back then too, or did he not think that this was going to affect him?
I don't think he was, but what was his profession, Mark, when he was going to the porn store?
It wasn't
politician.
It was business. Right. It wasn't. Yeah.
So I think he's become a politician later. I mean, who knows? But it's still would you guys use your main email account on the porn site you signed up for?
Back in the day, if I had to,
yeah. No.
I did.
Yeah. Back in the day, you got to do what you got to do.
Consider using a burner just to, then Mini Soldier Mark Robinson.
No burners on AOL.
Situation. Yeah. No burners on AOL. You could make a second account, right? Anyways, here's his hits. Okay, I've been beating around the bush enough. This is his best collection of comments according to CNN. Now, I hope there's a better article out there. I hope we can keep diving into Mini Soldier comments from Nude Africa because they're pretty good. This is him describing a memory of 14-year-old Mark Robinson. He posted this on one of the threads. He said, I came to a spot that was a dead end, but had 2 big vent covers over it. It just so happened it overlooked the showers. I sat there for about an hour and watched as several girls came in and out and showered. I went peeping again the next morning, but after that, I went back. The ladder was locked. So those 2 times were the only times I got to do it. Ah, memories.
I had to sleep, so I went back first thing.
Yeah.
Gone peeping.
Couldn't get a wink of rest thinking about getting back there.
That was the longest night of my life.
Let's just say I heard the rooster crowing first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it was a restless night for Mark.
Yeah.
He was really kicking himself. He had to leave. Another one. This is one of my favorites. He goes, I like watching tranny on girl porn. That's fucking hot. It takes the man out while leaving the man in. And yeah, I'm a perv too.
Who is he telling this to?
Anyone.
These are just
Everyone.
Void. Yeah.
The community.
Everybody in the forum, bro.
Yeah.
In the Nude Africa community. He's mixing it up in the chat. All right. Mark Robinson is just letting it fly. He also posted this one out of the blue one day. I'm a black Nazi. And that's the one he's really getting in trouble for. Describing himself as a Nazi. That's what people
And the wanting to bring slavery back, right?
there was something about he's like anti-men women's bathroom.
No, the reporting that he's said he wanted to bring back slavery. That's the one
That may have been just on social media. That may not have been on Nude Africa, but on Nude Africa, I know Black Nazi. That's what they're pissed about it. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Does this are you super mad at Mark Robinson right now?
I'm not surprised based on the last story. The guy's going to a store to jerk off, and he's so confident that he's buying everyone pizza, and he's going back for 2 videos every night. So it's not like he's in and out. So no, this doesn't surprise me. And I think that internet porn was the greatest invention of he's ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people right now are thinking, I'm thinking, I don't know if I have the tape out there, but Yolanda K says, Mr. Robinson has taught me I can never run for office, which, yeah, I mean, if you're mixing it up. Yeah. Yeah. If you're mixing it up like Mark, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just fucking amazing. It's just so funny. I'm not really mad at the guy. I mean,
as of an hour,
does it matter? I mean, is he still governor worthy after this?
As of an hour ago, he made a statement saying, "I'm staying in the race."
He's staying in. No, 100%. He even denies everything. He denies it all. But of course, It's him. I mean, everybody knows it's him. He's saying it's not him. Come on, Mark. Everybody knows it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not that upset about it. North Carolina, though, has been delivering the goods when it comes to sexual stories, because this is also where Cam the Kissing Machine was here in the last election in North Carolina for the Senate race. So now we got Mark Robinson, the porn and pizza dude.
That's amazing. Thank you, North Carolina.
We're all a little bit porn and pizza dudes, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean that's
Great
why
slogan.
I don't know if he should really just make shirts that say that, and that should be on his campaign. I don't know if you should really
The things that alarm me are not his internet porn addiction. It's the wanting to bring slavery back and saying he wants to go back to a time where women couldn't vote. That's his favorite time. Stuff like those type of statements are more alarming than the fact that he likes to touch himself.
Pretty sure I saw those. Those were Mini Soldier tweets. Those I think that's what the Mini Soldier was saying on Twitter and Facebook. And
he doesn't mix business and politics, and I'm talking about getting down to business.
Right. He leaves it at I'm a black Nazi when he's at the porn site. And then he gets really detailed when he's out over on social media, right?
Right. Well, I think that I don't know how confident it seems Mark Robinson's confident, but I think everyone on his campaign could pop in a Lucy to calm down because they're going through it.
They're dealing with it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could relax.
Tough to be working on his campaign right now. Today's show is brought to you by Lucy Boys. It's 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch because they're not owned by Big Tobacco. They're owned by Big Dick Tobacco. They're the mom and pop shop.
Pack fucking, donations like some of those others that shall not be named that are worthless. Okay.
That's right.
Lucy.
This is 12 milligrams. You're not going to find that anywhere else, I don't think. You can also get 8, 6, I think 4. They have gum if you don't like pouches. They also have breakers, which is like in between and delicious. They're awesome. They've got a lot of flavors. We like mango and what is it, berry citrus, Pat? Yeah. And then they got all sorts of other flavors. Wintergreen, espresso, apple ice, you name it. So yeah, set yourself up with a subscription and then you don't have to worry about anything really. It just comes straight to your door and you don't have to go to the grocery store and spend a bunch of money. So they're the best. Why don't you level up your nicotine routine with Lucy? Go to lucy.co/hardfactor and use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's Lucy, lucy.co/hardfactor. And then use the code hardfactor. You get 20% off and free shipping. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine, an addictive chemical. All right. Fantasy football, everyone's favorite topic. Maybe the people that don't play it hate hearing it about it because the people that do play it are a little over the top with it, as you're about to hear in this story of international crime and espionage. Some people take it a little too far. It becomes like their identity. They think that they're actually managing a team. They call it like my team, my players and stuff like that,
Well, it is their team. It's
Right.
their fantasy team.
That's my guy. I have him on my team.
How far off of that are we on this podcast?
We're not. For example, Taylor called me Sunday night after landing at Reagan International Airport. Not sure why he flew into that hellhole, but from the cab, he called me hammered. And when I picked up, he just started repeating, "Don't talk no shit, there won't be no shit. Don't talk no shit, there won't be no shit." And he was referring to the no shit talking that I did leading up to our fantasy football match that he won. So,
okay. He just wanted to let you know. He got you.
Got me. And then he proceeded to pitch me on a lopsided trade in his favor, which I declined. But that's just some friendly late night ribbing between friends, not like what 25-year-old Matthew Gabriel did to a fantasy football foe in his league last year. Okay. Took it too far.
Okay. What did he do?
Well, I guess Gabriel didn't get along with one of the guys, hated him, in fact. So something had to be done. And it actually might have been a fantasy football chat group, which is even lamer. Could have been a team, could have been just a chat that he was involved in. The guy was busted.
Saying that this was just like a research group. It wasn't even a league.
Could have been. It could have been like in a forum, an open forum. I think it's in a league, but it's definitely in a football chat, fantasy football chat. This guy was busting on his
This
tapes.
guy doesn't know analytics from his fucking asshole. He's so dumb about fantasy. He's starting lineups never got the right players in it.
Pollard's going to pop off. This guy was busting on his takes too hard. So Gabriel found out that the man was going to be traveling abroad to Norway in August 2023. And he said, Eureka, bingo. He thought as he sent in an anonymous tip right before August to the Norwegian Police Security Service, which investigates threats to the country's national security. And in that tip, Gabriel allegedly said, "Hey, this fantasy football nitwit is headed around the Oslo area, and he has a shooting planned with multiple people on his side involved, and they plan to take out as many as they can at a concert and then head to a department store to finish the job."
It's psychotic.
So specific. That is.
Whoa.
So
he swatted him internationally.
They believed that. They believed that extremely specific thing. Did he have
that's
any?
That's a tip he takes seriously, Will. In fact, law enforcement officers in Norway and the U.S. dedicated 5 days and hundreds of hours to investigate the threat. Gabriel eventually admitted to the FBI that he submitted a false tip, that he had no information about this guy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's just on vacation. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wait. That wasn't the only fake tip Gabriel sent in, though. He'd been fuming for months. I guess this guy he hates goes to the University of Iowa, or maybe lives in Iowa, because in March of 2023, Gabriel emailed the school saying, "A member of my fantasy football chat, Mr. Dumbass, is planning on blowing up the entire school."
Really?
What did he do to this guy?
That's got to be more than fantasy football, right?
It's gotta be.
Beat him in the playoffs.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely beat him in the playoffs, Fat.
Beat him by 1 in the playoffs.
And changed his name to like beat Gabriel.
So this guy's just a fucking psychopath. I mean, he's in prison now, right? I mean,
Well, that's why we're doing the story, because he just pled guilty to 2 counts of interstate and foreign communication of threats this week in court. He was released on a $25,000 bond, and he's scheduled to be sentenced up to 5 years in January of 2025.
he's getting real time for that. Yeah, because I mean, international policing he put on, like, I mean, he's fucked.
His team's going to shit too while he's in court.
Well, yeah,
His
he
dynasty leagues, Wes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
It's bad timing for him. Bad timing for him. These court dates.
He's missing
telling
all
his
the
lawyer.
trades.
Yeah, he's got someone updating the lineups, but they're not doing it to his liking.
He's got to have his
It's a way
wife
more-
do the draft.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm in there facing the 20 years, and you draft.
You didn't read the notes correctly. I didn't want these guys.
You picked Tua.
Yeah.
And then, like, like the fucking visit.
Yeah,
Wrong, Adrian Peterson.
Monday morning quarterbacking it. Yeah, he's probably been kicked out of that fantasy football community, and unless he's the commissioner and he kicked that other guy out. That's so damn annoying. Message from Commissioner Gabriel to the league. It has come to my attention that Hugh Janus is a real twatburger, and not only did he try to blow up Iowa, but he's going to shoot a bunch of people overseas. This, coupled with his outrageously bad takes and constant shit-talking, has led me to the tough decision to remove him from the league. We will try and find a new replacement to take over his team, or we'll each bid on his players. Reminder, the trade deadline is still week 12 this year. So look out for that. Yeah.
That's coming. That is coming.
You don't want that guy in your league.
No. If he's your commissioner, I mean, you got to take a look at your life.
Yeah.
You got hooked up with
the Iowa didn't take me seriously enough. I'm gonna have to take this international. He's still in the league.
Dave Storms would never. That's our fantasy commissioner.
Yeah. Let's just call him Lou Sassel. They didn't say the other guy's name for obvious reasons because he's been through enough.
He's the victim of a serious crime. Yeah.
He's got FBI watching him. Doesn't even know it.
How much shit is he into, like, from his wife? Because, like, this is all over fantasy football shit talking.
Yeah, this guy might have ruined his chance of playing fantasy football. Just maybe the guy doesn't even want to anymore after that.
His wife.
Well,
No,
who was he
not
going to
Gabriel.
Norway with?
Not Gabriel's wife.
Not Gabriel. The dude he swatted. Because, I mean, you don't go to Norway solo.
Well, if you wind up Gabriel's gears this much, you might be kind of a dick too. So Pat's got a point.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, and that's why I don't join fantasy football.
Yeah.
Right.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of psychos out there.
That and a general disinterest of football. In general.
Yeah. Speaking of Taylor, the last time I was in a fantasy football league, Taylor absolutely tried to swoon me on a terrible trade too, and I think I just sabotaged the league at one point by giving him what he wanted.
That's what he wants. He hits everybody up. Yeah. He knows he plays the game of numbers. He knows someone's going to kill.
I was so disinterested.
Right,
I'm like, I'm going to sabotage this whole league. Give him everything. Guys, here's a fun question. What's the most public piss you've ever taken? I'm talking out in the public for the citizens of the world to see.
Yeah. Peed my pants at 3/11 day in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was right out in the open.
My public urination ticket was at like 2 a.m. in the dark on the side of a closed grocery store. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've also peed in the middle of Jerry World. Lots of sports parking lots.
Didn't you pee on the doors of Trulux one time?
Yep.
What?
Yeah,
It was
Pretty
closed.
public. Well, yeah, were they closed?
It's a nice seafood
Why is it
restaurant, by the way.
They were open.
Yeah, delicious calamari. I love that place.
was the one I was hoping you were gonna say.
I've had a lot of them, Wes. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, now that you bring it up,
Yeah.
I've got too many to recall, honestly.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I've never been arrested for it.
Yeah. No, it's good. I pissed on a metro train one time. That was while moving in a 40 bottle though.
Ooh,
I filled it
that's
up.
good.
I didn't get anywhere, but
You filled
Did
it
you-
up.
yeah.
Did you do like under the jacket or like a newspaper?
I was in
covering?
the back of the train in a corner seat, and so I just
Oh wow!
did one of these things.
To face the corner.
Yeah.
Nice. You always got to find a nice corner. Then you
Yeah,
then
you do.
can kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Look, we've all been there, you know. It's late, the bar's let out, you've drinking 30 beers, they're closing down, there's nowhere to piss, right? Your bladder's gonna explode. You gotta go.
Yep.
So you find, like Mark was saying, the nearest alley, behind the fence if you're lucky, a bush, no matter where it is, you just go. Now normally these are walls that just belong to a business or something like that. You're downtown, it'd be probably even the bar that you were just at side of the building.
Yeah.
Should be
that's the
legal,
most
frankly.
common.
If you're
Yeah.
if you're trying to go off to the side and peeing on a wall or like in bushes, it should be legal.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
I think so too. It's
At
not, but
night.
it's not. The point is, it's not normally someone's house that you end up peeing on. But sometimes if you move into a downtown area that's surrounded by busy bars, that wall that everyone pisses on might be the side of your house, or it might be your doorstep, which is exactly what is happening to Stephen Bodner. Here's Stephen from Waverley in Sydney. So you see, Stephen wants to live downtown within walking distance to popular pubs like the Charing Cross Hotel and the Robin Hood Hotel, but he doesn't want to deal with the consequences that come with that luxury, such as drunk idiots making his driveway the perfect place to take a piss after leaving the bar. Okay.
But what it is probably the perfect place.
It
to take a
is.
piss.
As you'll see in the video, it is the perfect place. Now, luckily for Steven, he's an electrician and knows his way around a piss deterrent system. So he spent $3,000 to create his own pisser deterrent system. Here's local news to tell you the story of Steven and what he did.
Men in suits, young blokes, old blokes. A whole busload, and there must have been 20 of them came in the driveway and
Night after night,
I would pee there,
busted with their pants down.
they'll arrive in an Uber, stop here, and then urinate. And
No.
leave all their beer cans on
No.
the Yeah. A guy stood in the
No.
doorway and weed, and I went, enough's enough.
Then the idea came to him, an automatic sprinkler system stopping these piddlers in their tracks.
When somebody crosses this line and enters my property, I've got a motion sensor up there that picks up the people, turns the lights on, activates a solenoid valve, and then the water goes down the pipe and comes out these pop-up sprinklers, which then, theoretically wets everybody.
Piss the piss
Spray
out.
acid rain on
They
them.
get a fright and then run off.
So Stephen
That's awesome.
turned on the waterworks. It cost a few $1,000s to rig up. He can control it from an app on his phone. The difference has been night and day. His late night visits have dried up.
Complete difference, yep. It's
Works.
completely stopped. Like, people are still coming in, but they're running out.
Yeah. So it was.
Amazing.
Couple $1,000s.
Yeah, $3,000. He said that he put a chain up, he put a camera up, and he put a spotlight up. That wasn't deterring the pissers from coming in his driveway, because it was, frankly, the perfect place to take a piss after you leave the bar and have to go somewhere. As you heard, even Ubers were told to stop because they could spot his perfect piss alley while they were
Yeah,
driving.
Right here.
Yeah.
Let me
I mean-
off, bro.
It
No,
was.
he's like, just keep the tab running. Just let me out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
Right back.
became well known that you pissed in Steven's driveway or on his doorstep after you leave the bar.
Yeah, it's like muscle memory. Like,
Even the Robin Hood Hotel owner Daniel Witten said that he offered. I guess Steven complained. He's like, "Oh, your patrons are pissing in my fucking driveway." He said he offered to pay for a gate so that people wouldn't go into the property, but Steven declined that, instead choosing to set up his own little system.
I like this a lot more because now he doesn't have to open and close the gate every time he wants to drive somewhere.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Do you think this now that he's on the news though, and the people know exactly where he is.
Like people are lucky it's just water. He could have fucked with them a lot harder, like Mark was saying. He could have loaded that shit up with some fucking bug spray.
Yeah.
Like he could have fucked them up.
This would not deter me.
Piss.
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 That would be good.
Piss would deter me, but
Yeah,
water, I'm still going.
No, yeah. To your point, Wes, this is now part of the night is you have to pee in his yard, even if you get a little bit wet. But like the goal of the night is to hit his yard.
Yes, of course. Yeah. He's ruined himself. I guess luckily the sprinklers can wash away. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a rite of passage. It's like you get drunk at the Robin Hood and then you go piss in Steven's driveway. That's like a welcome to the group.
No, you know what he did?
Scavenger hunt stop on like a bachelor party.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if it's me, I'm definitely not taking the challenge. I'm just finding the next closest thing. I'm walking. He fucked his neighbor who's got the next closest driveway to the bar. That's
how he makes his money back. Will is he's going to have to get paid to install this thing on everyone's in the whole block.
Yeah, I would just shuffle straight past his house to the next one, and then right in there.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought
he's past the buck.
Fun little invention for Steven, but yeah, I think in the end he's fucked himself a little more. But you know, you're
gonna get sprinkled. Like,
yeah, I'd get sprinkled. I mean,
why not?
You ever taken a piss in the rain? It's nice.
When you're not expecting it, being sprinkled is not pleasant.
Dude, if you're rocking bird dogs and a button down, you'll be fine in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
True. It's just like a shocking thing.
It is shy. It scares you. That's the whole point. Yeah.
But now you know it's coming.
All of a sudden you're being sprinkled.
Yeah. Yeah. Pat, you didn't share a public piss story. Do you have one you'd like to share?
Man, the only one I can think of is pissing in the Hurricane Cup down on Bourbon Street.
That's a
the
great
hand grenade. I mean the hand grenade.
Yeah, you put it down
your shorts.
Yeah,
that's
a dangerous place to piss.
Right. It is. They take it seriously down there.
That's why you have to have a concealment. Yeah.
They'll slap you with a ticket for sure.
They will. You should go into a bar because they are horrible. Well, they'll just accept any fake ID. You could probably hand the door guys in New Orleans like a piece of paper that says you're 21.
Yeah,
that might pass.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Australian piss story.
What's the craziest thing? Have you guys seen? Craziest thing I saw on Bourbon Street was a chick diddling herself on Halloween up on one of the balconies. That was cool.
That's fun.
She was playing with her bead.
Yeah, it was a cool Halloween.
I got to
Mark Robinson would have fucking loved it, dude. He would have been buying pizza, and they have pizza slices too, so he would have been fucking in heaven.
Yeah,
buying a domain name.
Yeah.
The best thing to do in New Orleans, I went to New Year's one year, and we got on top of one of my girlfriend's friends owned a bar. So we got to get up on the rooftop, and we were throwing beads, and the whole thing once you're up there is just not even giving beads out. It's just chucking beads at drunk people and trying to hit them. Like me and this other guy were just like, I bet I can hit that guy with some beads. I mean, it doesn't. Well, it's just beads.
That's if you're a complete dickhead. Most people just ask to see tits and then toss them.
Well, I couldn't ask. I was with my girlfriend, so I couldn't be like, show me all the tits.
So instead you chucked beads.
Yeah, so then we just chucked beads at people.
I'm gonna hurt this guy
this way.
Everyone else is trying to see tits, and you're just chucking beads.
Well, I was chucking them at people far enough away.
Look, if your girlfriend brings you to Bourbon Street, it's okay to ogle at the titties because I mean, like that's what happens there. It's like taking a man to a strip club and expecting him not to look.
Telling you, hit someone with some beads from far away. It's fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I take it back. It does. I wish I was there, but a couple of 50s updates. The $50 million didn't work for Diddy. They denied him bail, and so he's in jail. And they're saying that he's a threat to kill himself currently. And Shohei Ohtani becomes the first MLB player ever to join the 50-50 club as he fucking hit 2 home runs and stole 2 bases to go from 48 to 50 against the Marlins today. So pretty good.
Who else is in that club?
40-40 is the only club.
Pete
There's no
Rose.
such thing as a 50-50 club. It's impressive. 50 homers and 50 stolen bases is ridiculous. Once you get to 50 homers, you're usually too bulky to steal bases.
Right.
The 40 guys are like the Barry Bonds before he took steroids or whatever. And, like usually 40 base guys are like Mike Trout's. They're a little bit, 50s.
He's like athletic Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Another story I'd be remiss if we didn't mention. A Japanese man has been arrested after making up to 100 phone calls to his wife every single day for roughly a month. Because he didn't say anything on the phone. He was suspicious of her. So for a month, he called her and didn't say a word on a burner.
He was listening to see if there was a guy in the background.
Yeah, and he would just sit there silent for minutes and minutes until she hung up, hundreds of times a day, or up to 100 times a day. And then she tried to complain to him about it and was like, "I'm fucking getting creeped on by somebody." And he was like, whatever. They investigated. Turns out it was him. So he's been arrested.
Damn. He was hoping she would get so freaked out that she'd be like to the guy that was there that wasn't him, being like, this person's calling again, and then he'd have her.
Right. Yeah, but you'd think after 100 attempts per day for no,
it's on him. He's the crazy one, Will.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's why he's arrested. So a word to the wise, Can't be that jealous. You gotta draw the line somewhere.
Pat, what was your story going to be?
Oh man, a martial arts instructor in Belgium. He got community service after an altercation a couple years ago, where a guy was breaking into an adjacent boxing gym to steal wine, and he's a martial arts instructor, so he's got to train for this his whole life. And he got out there and really whipped this fucker's ass, just beat his ass. And all of Belgium was fired up about it, but apparently he hit him so hard he couldn't remember anything, and he got community service. So I just thought that was interesting.
The guy couldn't testify.
Why do it?
He knocked amnesia into him.
Yeah, the guy couldn't remember anything. Couldn't remember anything. But look, it's just like, why would you instruct martial arts if not to use that skill to stop a bad guy breaking into a boxing gym?
One of the best videos of all time is that martial artist beating up that pimp in the middle of the street, and I don't know if it's like L.A. or something, but the pimp comes after him, and his woman's like holding him back, and the guy is like literally on his way back to the dojo, and he says something because the pimp's being rough with the girl, and he says something to him, and then the pimp loses his mind, and then the martial art guy just drops the pimp. It's awesome. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I mean, could you imagine training for something your entire life that you never get to use ever? Like practicing a skill that you never get to put into practice?
Yeah, you got to practice. It
would be frustrating. Yeah.
Be frustrating. Yeah.
So it turns out this guy who called his wife 100 times a day for a month, he did it because he heard her speaking on the phone with a man one time, and he didn't know what it was about.
That's what I'm talking about. He was trying to get her to confide in the man, being like, "This lunatic's calling again, not my husband, man." And then he was going to be like, "I am your husband."
Damn. He didn't realize she was probably just like ordering dinner or something.
Right. Could have been a guy on the street.
Yeah. You guys want to see the pimp video?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Here we go.
It may not.
The pimp he's like, hold me back. I'm gonna fuck this dude up.
For someone to protect her from the man in the white shirt.
Is this the 80s?
Karate instructor heard her cries for help and ran down from his karate studio. But when he and some other good
he has nunchucks
come to her rescue, things change. The woman is now trying to protect the man who earlier was slapping her around. The angry man shouts at the bystanders, enraged that they would intervene in what he considers to be none of their business. The woman struggles to hold him back and keep him from going after the karate instructor, the prime target of his tirade. But the man rips free of her grasp, tearing his shirt to shreds. He advances toward the instructor.
Where did you find it?
Smart move.
He karate chopped into the fucking guy.
Like a sack of potatoes.
It's amazing.
It looks like the instructor is going to hit him
What?
to the right.
Boom.
Then he slams his left forearm into the man's chin. It's a
Oh, my
familiar move
goodness.
to his students. But this guy obviously never took a karate class from him until
Judo
today.
chop. That was incredible.
Still today, you see him raise his arms in the air like, well, you know, this is how you do.
That
This
guy's
is
classes
why-
were booked out for a year straight after
Oh,
that
yeah.
video aired.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Beast. I want to go to his class now.
Yeah.
Is he
A lot of
alive?
pimps went to the class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a classic.
The
Video.
judo chop is incredible.
I'm gonna hit you with the right.
Dude,
Nice.
I didn't know the judo chop could be so vicious. Amazing.
That was a forearm, bro. I
He
was like,
dropped him. He buckled.
Yeah.
all right, someone take us out.
That's the show. You know, don't mess with any karate instructors this weekend. If you're drunk, don't pee in any alleys that aren't there's someone's doorstep. Most importantly, we love you. Be safe. Have a great fucking weekend.